I'm Shauna and this is Shauna's World, and welcome back to the channel if you've been here before, and if it's your first time then welcome. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different to what I've done before, but I just wanted to take you along with me and I hope you can get on board. So you know that I love breathwork. I've shared some breathwork videos on here before and I'm making more at the moment, but I'm actually doing, I'm just getting a bit lost. I'm actually doing a 10-month breathwork facilitator training course at the moment and learning everything I can about being a breathwork facilitator. I'm actually going to make a video at the end of the course on how it's all gone, but one of the course requirements, there's a lot of coursework, different aspects to the coursework we have to do, and one of the course requirements is everyone has to document their personal journey with the breath and with their kind of personal development of their personal practice, and we have to create 5 blogs or vlogs about our personal journey and the experience we're having. So I've written 3 blog posts over on my blog site already, which I'll link down below. But I thought today I would just do a vlog chat and just have a walk and a talk with you about where I am and something that's quite current for me on my personal journey with breathwork and my personal practice. So I'm just going to have a walk in the woods, take you along, have a natter. Feel free to drop questions in the comments below if you have anything you want to ask about it, but otherwise I look forward to taking you along with me. So what I'm going to talk about today also comes back to another element of the coursework on my breathwork facilitator training, which is about our daily practice. So at the start of the course we commit to a daily breathwork practice, and I'd been doing this religiously since the start of the course, and it was kind of a highlight of my day that every day at the end of the day I would do some conscious connected breathing, and I really enjoyed that part of my day. It was like I'd do it in bed right before I went to sleep, and it just became kind of a part of my identity and a part of this is who I am as a breathwork facilitator. I do conscious connected breathwork every day. I was also doing a longer conscious connected breathwork session every week, which we also committed to as part of the course, basically because in order to really be a good facilitator and understand kind of what breathers are experiencing and going through, we need to have our own experiences and know kind of what the process is as a breather and be really experienced from that angle too. So yeah, it really became a part of my identity, but doing the conscious connected breath work every day, and I really enjoyed it. It was part of my routine. Sorry, I'm walking through like a really rutted field at the moment, which is why I'm a bit uneven in my walking, but bear with me. And now here's the thing. About a month ago, I had quite a horrible psychotic episode. Not while I was doing breath work, but just randomly. I was in the living room in my mum's house where I'm spending lockdown, and yeah, I had a psychotic episode for the first time in about 2 years. I've spoken a bit on here about my psychosis before. I made a video about my mental illness, which I'll link in the description. But yeah, it was really alarming having not gone through that in so long, and it's just so horrible when it happens. It's just unbearable, and it was so out of the blue. And I did come out of it, but I was okay after a bit. But I always feel so delicate after that's happened. I feel like my trust in being okay and being the person I am and reality being what it is, because it like warps my whole perception of reality, that takes a long time to rebuild when I've had an episode. So that was really difficult, but I reflected on what might have triggered it, because it's always, you know, come at a particular turbulent time maybe, or when I haven't been looking after myself, and it just seemed so out of the blue. And on reflecting, I kind of thought I'd been reading this book on holotropic breathwork by Stan Groff, which is, it talked a lot about altered states of consciousness which breathwork can induce, particularly holotropic breathwork, which is a very intense, long form of breathwork. And I kind of thought it might have happened because this book had churned up a lot of stuff about altered states of consciousness and reminded me what it was like to be in a psychotic episode, and it brought up memories of previous psychotic episodes which can kind of trigger it. So yeah, that was a guess. And I also know that psychosis is a contraindication for breathwork. So at the start of every session, I'll let breathers know that if they have a history of psychosis, they should speak to a medical professional before doing conscious connected breathwork. And I've done breathwork for a couple of years now. I'm confident with it, and because I hadn't had psychosis in a long time, I hadn't had an issue with it, and I have had okay from medical professionals, and I've just been really okay with being able to breathe and being in control of my breathing. But then after having this episode the other month, that kind of went away, and I was like, oh, I'm not confident to do my conscious connected breathwork when I, could risk having another psychotic episode. And it was a really horrible feeling, because I was like, I'm in the middle of training to be a facilitator, and breathwork has become a huge part of my day and a part of my identity. And that notion of maybe not being able to do the thing that I was putting so much energy and so much love into, it really threw me. So as well as being thrown by the psychosis, I had this kind of identity crisis of kind of, should I even be still training to be a facilitator? And it was hard. I was all over the place having had this episode, and I was feeling very fragile and finding it very hard to engage with the things I usually engaged with. But yeah, I had this added thing of, what am I doing with my life, and should I be doing this training? Is it dangerous? Am I putting myself in a risky position by carrying on with what I'm doing? And if I'm standing up and facilitating for people, but it's something I can't do myself, I'm not practicing what I preach, and how are people going to trust me? And I had all these thoughts going on, and yeah, it took a while to kind of come to terms with it. But in the last couple of weeks or so, I've really bounced back, and I'm approaching the breath in a slightly different way. So I actually haven't done any more conscious connected breathing since the episode. I think it's still too soon. It's something I really would like to go back to, and I know if I breathe through my nose I can have a more gentle experience and it's less risky, but at the moment I just feel safer staying away from it, and that's what my nervous system needs. But taking the time away from it and wanting to still have my daily practice, because I have made this commitment, it's actually been really interesting, because I've taken a step back from the conscious connected breathwork, which is the intense stuff, and it's what people associate with breathwork. It's what people sign up to. It's what people, when someone pays to go to a breathwork session, they want to have that kind of life-changing experience where they shift loads of stuck energy and have kind of quite a revelation maybe. But for me, over the last couple of weeks, I've gone the other way, and I've taken my daily practice back to absolute basics, and I've just been doing small, simple breaths throughout the day, and actually I'm really enjoying that. So that's what I started out with at the beginning of the course, and even before I'd started the course, I did a foundation course where I was learning all kinds of different breaths. And I've actually abandoned a lot of those in favour of conscious connected breathing whenever I can. So it's been really good to take things back to basics and just think, what do I need now? What breath would serve me in this moment? And actually it's been really enjoyable doing that. I've been playing around more with the breath. I've been looking back at some of my breathwork books and trying out different breaths I hadn't tried before. And I've been really really listening to myself and thinking, what do I need, rather than kind of I'm doing the same thing at the same time every single day. And I think that's actually helping to deepen my relationship with the breath even more, and I think it could make me a better facilitator too, because I did feel with conscious connected breathing a bit like a one-trick pony. I feel confident leading people in that and holding space for people in a conscious connected breath, but I didn't feel that knowledgeable about other breaths, and I kind of had let a lot of that go. So coming back to that and thinking, okay, I get up in the morning, what do I need? Do I need an energizing breath, or am I feeling a bit anxious? Do I need some 4-7-8 breathing or some box breathing? And just really exploring what my nervous system needs. And that's actually been really exciting. So yeah, the journey with the breath is kind of always going to be ongoing, and I think it was a big learning for me that I'm not going to have the same daily practice every day for the rest of my life, and it ebbs and flows, and I'm just doing what's working for me now, and it doesn't make me any less of a facilitator. And yeah, I miss having the conscious connected breathes, and I would like to come back to it. I'd like to do it when I feel my nervous system is ready, but I feel like I'm in a good place with the breath now, and I feel like my relationship with the breath is coming back, and I'm happy about that, and I'm happy about where I am on the course. I'm happy about how I am as a facilitator, and I just love breathing and the magic of the breath. And just because I'm not doing the kind of breathing I've always done does not detract from that. So yeah, that's where I am with the breath. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about it, and I know this is a bit different from other videos I've normally done, but as I said, it's for my coursework, and if you are watching from my course, hello, and I love you all. I'm in the woods right now, surrounded by wild garlic. I've got a Tupperware in my bag, and I'm going to do a bit of foraging and take some wild garlic, a small amount, to put in my bolognese later. And actually I have a video on foraging for wild garlic, so I'm going to link that back down below in case you haven't seen it. It's actually done really badly compared to my other videos, and it's one of my favourite videos I've ever done. So if you get a chance to watch it, I'd highly recommend. It's wild garlic season now, so enjoy your foraging, enjoy your breathing, enjoy the rest of your day. The sun's shining, it's absolutely freezing out, but I hope you're all doing well, and please do subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I hope to see you in the next one.